Well, hi everybody. My name is Dee Burks and this is Retirement Rescue. As many of you already know, what I like to talk about on this channel is how you create a fabulous retirement out of nothing. But what I want to talk about today are 5 benefits of unretiring. Let's get into it. All right, I know it may seem a little counterintuitive to talk about unretiring when a lot of what I talk about is creating that retirement that you really want. But if I didn't talk about it, it would not be facing reality. There are more and more people who have either recently retired or been retired for a significant amount of time who are thinking about or trying to get back in the workforce. And there are numerous reasons and several really good benefits. So let's talk about what those benefits might be. Now, the first benefit of unretiring is more money. And that is such an obvious thing, but it has become more and more of an issue as retirees, especially who are on a fixed income, have seen their earning power erode, especially over the last 5-6 years, since the pandemic even. It has really eroded their earning power. Inflation does that. Having extra income and financial flexibility when you're starting to feel pressured money-wise in retirement can make all the difference in how you view your retirement. Even if you only get into the workforce part-time, or you only get into the workforce seasonally or for a few years, again, if it allows you to sleep at night, isn't that worth it? That is a great benefit for a lot of retirees. They really need that flexibility. They still want to travel. They still want to do things in retirement and not feel so strapped financially that they're locked in their house. So that is the number one best benefit of getting back into the workforce. Now, the second benefit is a renewed sense of purpose. One of the things they don't tell you about retiring or semi-retiring is that it is really easy to lose your sense of purpose. For a lot of people, that was work. It made you feel vital, feel needed, feel, like people cared what you thought. And often retirees are surprised and shocked when one day people listen to them and think they're intelligent, they know what they're doing, they've worked in this particular field for years, they have fabulous experience. The next day they're retired and nobody cares. Nobody cares what you were, what you did, what you had. They immediately see you as irrelevant. And that comes as quite a shock for a lot of people. And they lose their sense of purpose. This is especially true with a lot of men, but it happens to women too. It's easy to get very depressed. No one cares if you live or die. No one cares if you're there or not. And losing that sense of purpose and feeling like you matter can be a really big blow emotionally and mentally. And for a lot of people, just getting out and working some absolutely helps that. Again, it doesn't have to be what you used to do. You don't have to be in management or an executive. It can be a very simple customer service job, a very simple fun thing that you want to do. Maybe it's working in a ski shop seasonally just because you enjoy it and it's fun. Whatever it is, having that renewed sense of purpose can really add to your overall retirement while, yes, you are earning money, which is also great. Now, the third benefit is social connections. When you retire, just like that sense of purpose goes away immediately, so do those social connections. Many of us don't realize these people that we spend 8 hours a day with during our working time, and we have all this communication and social interaction, and we know about their kids and their family, and those things you really kind of take for granted. You just have all these social connections with all different ages and types of people while you're working. The day you retire, those go away. You don't have them anymore. Your life gets very quiet. And that can be difficult, especially for people who tend to be really social. That can be truly difficult. You have to recreate a life and recreate social connections. And anyone who has retired and has gone back and gotten together to have drinks or whatever, just a little meetup coffee with former coworkers who are still working, you suddenly realize you don't have much in common. And it's hard to keep those connections going. So having new connections or being able to get back into a workforce where you feel like you're meeting new people and you're having conversations every day can be really, really beneficial for a lot of people. I know in my case, I have been really pleased and thrilled to have social connections now through my business networking group and my clients to younger people. They have great ideas and they're up and coming and they're raising kids and they're doing all the things, and just being allowed to be part of that keeps you interested and vital. It keeps something going in your life socially. And so a lot can be said for that. There are a lot of social connections you have through work, and those can be incredibly beneficial to your mental and emotional health. Now, another part of your mental health here is number 4, and that is your engagement. And by engagement, I mean cognitive engagement. When you are constantly learning and doing, using software, learning new skills, hearing about new ideas, it keeps your mind sharp. It keeps you engaged. And I know this can happen to anyone, but if you just sit around and watch TV or watch movies or whatever, your mind turns to mush. This happened to me when I had little kids too, when my children were small, and there was nothing but, Ninja Turtles and Barney and Sesame Street. I mean, after a few years of that, it's like you have oatmeal for brains, and you can feel it. You can absolutely feel it. It's like everyone else can have these broad-ranging conversations, and honestly, you don't have anything to say. This can happen a lot in retirement. The only thing people have to talk about is the weather and their hemorrhoids. And that gets old really quick. And so being engaged mentally, being challenged mentally to learn things, to understand things, to use them every day, it helps you keep that mental acuity that you really want. I mean, no one wants their mind to go to mush when they retire. That's not any fun. You want to be sharp and interesting and interested. And so it really helps your cognitive mental ability. Another thing that's been really great, and I have experienced this as well as I have unretired and gone back to a full-time business, is your years of experience. You can use those years of experience to truly make an impact. There are a lot of younger people, like I mentioned earlier, that I am around and that I associate with, and when they mention problems or issues, I have this wealth of experience of a lot of bad things, like we all do. A lot of bad things have happened. You've gone through a lot. You've gone through ups, you've gone through downs. And the things that, as a young person, that I stressed over and had anxiety over, I can see them having stress and anxiety over those same things. And I know from experience, those are things that aren't going to matter. Those are things that we make so large in our minds, or that feel so urgent, and 5 years from now, no one's going to care. And so you can really use your years of experience to help people, to help them think of options they might not have thought of, to talk to them about the progression you have had in work, in raising your kids. When they ask, it's not something that you just offer. You got to be careful about that. You're not everyone's parent. But it can be really fun to share those things, and for them to understand that you have this incredible experience, and if they need to draw on that experience, it's here for them. And I really love that, because it feels like you make a true impact with that. Now, these are just 5 benefits that I've talked about really, really quickly. And as part of this Unretirement series that I'm doing, I'm going to be talking about more things that happen or that you might experience as you unretire. But it can be a very good thing. I think it's been very positive for me in many ways, and some of these ways absolutely. So I'm hoping if you are thinking about unretiring, instead of looking at it as something you feel like you have to do, it's something you get to do. And it can extend your mental health and your emotional health and make it a really, really positive experience. Well, if you've liked this video, please like and share, and I'll see you next time.